Hey there, all you hoopsters. It's Steve Carfino bringing you the Molten Waratah League wrap-up, better known as the Wrap. Let's start with the ladies. In the Ladies Championship League, we go down south where the Illawarra Hawks took on the Norse Bears, the mighty Norse Bears. And it couldn't get any closer than that. The closest match we've had so far, the Bears were able to get their noses in front and snatch their first win of the season in a relatively low-scoring but tight affair. There wasn't much between the sides, coming down to just 1 point in the end. Best on court was Renee Camino-Garlip with 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, at the Shark Tank, Sutherland also picked up their first win of the season, picking up right where they left off in year 2015. The Sutherland side didn't hold back in the opening quarter, going in for the kill as they kept the Hornets to just 8 points. Best on court for the Sharkies was Lisa Watkins on 13 points, while best on court was Belinda Suter on 17 points. In the 2 other remaining matches, Newcastle got the road win, while Hornsby secured a victory at home. A special mention to Kristen Forbes for the Manly Sea Eagles, who has scored now 500 points in the Molten Waratah League. Touching on the 2 matches played in Division I Women's, the Hunters took the roadie against the Suns in what was a low-scoring affair, while Maitland took the horns out of the bull, defeating the visitors 86-28. Moving on to the youth divisions, brought to you by BNSW Campus, let's keep the theme of the ladies going with Youth League Division I Women. And it was stellar matches going on all over the place, starting at Alexandria Stadium, where the Comets went down to the Triple C by 5. While out at Penrith Stadium, the Panthers used their home court advantage to the fullest, impressing their home fans with a win over Bankstown. Chloe Bloom for the home side was best on court with 15 points, while for the visitors, Sabrina Zanatti wasn't far behind with 14. For the remaining matches in Division I Youth Women's, the Southwest Razorbacks hosted the Norse Bears, while Newcastle and Hills both picked up the road wins. In Division I Youth Men's, it was the Blacktown Storm who had a doubleheader, a tough one. Saturday night, they had to take on the Maitland Mustangs, won pretty comfortably in that one, and then on Sunday had to back it up against the Sutherland Sharks, scored over 100 points, putting the ball in the basket. The rest of the weekend went a little something like this. The Manly Sea Eagles got a sensational victory at home, sending the Hunters back on the M1 empty-handed. Abe Bolgen impressive in that one, scoring 23 points for Manly. While the Bruins and Crusaders got the road wins as Maitland held on a tight victory against the Inner West Bulls in their second match of the weekend. Out west in Division II Youth Men's, the Penrith Panthers hosted a doubleheader at home, firstly against the Hawkesbury Jets on Saturday, then taking on the Sydney Uni Lions on Sunday. The Saturday local derby saw the Jets take the roadie win, defeating the side 89-64. Liam Moss for Hawkesbury was best on court with 20 points, while on Sunday, the Penrith Panthers were able to redeem themselves, getting the win against the Sydney Uni Lions. The opening stages of the match were tight, but the Penrith Panthers were able to jump out in front in the second quarter, which saw the Lions not able to crawl back into that one. In the round's other matches, St. George were able to get in front, defeating the Spiders, while the Central Coast Waves got the road win against the Sydney Comets. Switching over to Division I Men's, and it was a local derby in the nation's capital, which saw the Gunners fight back to not only get the win, but all the glory of the bragging rights. The Queanbeyan Yowies had a great start in the opening quarter, keeping the Gunners to trail by 6. But by the end of the second quarter, the Gunners went up a gear and were able to take control of the match, winning 82-59. Looking at other results, the Shoalhaven Tigers got it done in a close one against Illawarra, while the Triple C and Newcastle cracked the 100 mark in their matches. The Gold Miners and Sharks picked up road wins, while the Lasers, Suns, Razorbacks, and Sharks got it done at home. At the Shark Tank, it was the Sharkies who could smell blood in the water, taking the sting out of the Hornets. Well, the game went to and fro. The Sharks taking charge in the first quarter, but Hills were proving that they weren't going to go down without a fight. Both sides had one win going into the match and were desperate to get this one. But it was the Sharks stealing the victory at home, with Isaac Turner proving to be best on court with 23 points, while for the Hornets, David Heyman was best for them with 14. The Newcastle Hunters are proven to be a force to be reckoned with, defeating both grand finalists in the first couple of weeks of the competition. Newcastle defeated the Comets at home in round 2, and on the weekend were able to once again get it done, this time against the Manly Seagulls. This one was tied at halftime too. Hunters were able to close out the Seagulls in the second half. Justin Hammond, outstanding, 33 points. In the other 2 matches, it was the Norse Bears win over the Illawarra Hawks and the Hornsby Spiders. Now it's time for your MVPOnline.com.au nominations for the week. First, for the fellas, Newcastle's Justin Hammond was once again unbelievable. 33 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 steals. In Division 1 men's youth, Dabu Frasi from Maitland Mustangs scored 25 points against the Inner West Bulls. And for the ladies, Renee Camino Garlip for the Hawks with 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And in the youth division for the Hills Hornets, Amelia Iskowitz was best for the weekend on 22 points. Make sure you get all those votes in for the players that you think deserve to win that great honor. And thanks to MVPOnline.com.au for giving those amazing prize packs. Well, that's about it for the wrap this time, but I'd like to leave you with this thought. Remember that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. See you next time.